All right, Coach. Good to see you again, of course. We'll get ready for the good season. Let me ask you first of all about the new district. A little bit different than what you guys had last season. Now you got a lot of city rivalries, player rivalries, and some really big teams: Cedar Hill, Sac Grand Prairie, Mansfield, Timberview. You think this new district really helps you guys as far as keeping that high ranking and playing more competitive teams?
Well, I think it helps us financially, first of all. So we ain't got to travel to East Texas so much, and trying to help the district out with the budget and everything. But overall, I think it's good for the community because you get the rivalries back and going and everything, and then you have a bunch of kids that know each other. So it makes it fun on their end right there. But it makes it a little bit harder for us because now I think we're in the hardest district in the state right now for some people that are seeing. So it's definitely got our district's definitely got a lot more interesting right now this year.
Have you found that the players are feeding into it a lot more? You see practice more? I know you're a focused guy as it is, but do you see the kids getting more excited now they're playing these guys that they know?
I think they are. We haven't really put much emphasis on it right now. We usually take one game at a time, and so far we're doing that. But I guarantee you when they hit the district, when we start off with Cedar Hill, I think that's when it's set in with our kids, and I think they'll really start having a little more fun.
Now, in the win you had on Friday against Arlington Martin, you won 34-17. And in that game, Des White, I think he threw for 158 or 188 and rushed for 175 around that area. Is that kind of the balance you want him to have, or would you like to see him do more, one or the other?
We could have did a lot more. I think Dez is going to have great balance this year just because Coach Peterman does a great job with the offensive staff and making sure that put our kids in a great situation to be successful. But we want to be balanced. We want to be like 50-50 on offense and offense when it comes to passing and running game. But Dez definitely had a fantastic game. We should have completed a lot more passes than we did last week. I'm disappointed in that area right there. But I'd rather have over 200 yards passing than him over 100 yards rushing if that's possible. So that's the kind of goals that we're looking for.
Yeah, I think it was 10 for 21, 2 INTs last. So that's something you guys are going to be working on as far as getting him more proficient as a passer.
Yes, we are. I mean, like I said before, he was just off. To us, he was off the other night. He was off. He had through some guys. At the same time, everybody said he had a great game, which he did. But just imagine if he would have been on.
Right.
If he would have been on, that's a dangerous kid to be playing against right there. Right. So, but I feel honestly, I said over too. Honestly, I feel that we can pass over 300 yards a game with this young man right here because he has the arm and he knows the game. You gotta understand, a lot of people don't understand. He shared time last year, but now he's getting more into reading defenses now, like Polite had to do, and our last quarterback had to do. But Raheem. So right now, once he gets to reading the defenses, he'll become a lot better for passing efficient quarterback.
And your defense, I mean, you guys held them to no points in the second half last week. Talk a little bit about the defense this year in comparison to last year.
Well, this year our defense is young. I mean, we only have 2 starters coming back. We have Taylor Young, which is the anchor, along with Nick Orr, which is the anchor in the secondary. So those 2 guys right there are the only returning starters, and everybody else is just new this year. So I think Coach Miller has made a big difference with our D-line, a young D-line, which I didn't think was going to be great. I didn't. I was really hard on those guys this spring and this summer, and Coach Miller has proved me wrong for game 1. So he's got to continue to make that happen right there. But I think Coach Brown, he knows the sense of urgency right now with our defense. He knows they're young. He's put them in situations along with our defensive staff to be successful this year. Change some things up right now, and it's working for us right now, especially for the first block game of this.
Good. Well, you guys had your first win, of course, and this week you're playing Jenks, Oklahoma, the Trojans up in Jenks, and they're number 4 in the state of Oklahoma. Have you scouted this team? Do you know what to expect from them? I know they lost last week, so they'll be looking for a win.
I don't see how they're number 4. I guess their loss to Union must have dropped them number 4 because they're definitely a top 2 team in that state right there from what I'm hearing and from what I've seen on film. They can play. Very good ball club, coached very well, a lot of tradition, a bunch of state championships. So when they come down here, it's going to be a little bit different for them. I say that just because they're back in the state of Texas. They're not used to our Texas rules when they come to playing. But they're going to. There's a bunch more in the state of Texas. It's just the way it is. I mean, we can't do anything about that. So sometimes the powerhouses are going to have to play each other now just because we're having trouble finding games. Would we like to do that all the time? Heck no, because we try to stay healthy like everybody else going to the district. But sometimes I think it's good for the community, for the game of football. For our players and everything. So, trust me, if I could dodge Trinity, I would. I wouldn't be playing right now, but we don't have a choice.
Well, I want to thank you again for allowing us to broadcast this time. It's been great, of course, and good luck this season as well.
Hey, I appreciate it, and we'd love to have you guys around. Stick around. Please do.
All right.
Thank you.